Hey guys and girls, and welcome to another collection video. And keeping with our Nintendo theme, we're going to be moving on to the Nintendo Wii. First of all, let's get these two games out of the way. Wii Sports and Wii Play. I still play these games regularly, believe it or not, because, you know, when you've got absolutely nothing to play on your Wii, you know, you've searched through the virtual console and you've the shopping channel and you can't find anything, or you just can't be bothered to afford anything, you'll always go back to these two, assuming you've still got them, which I still have, so I still do. Okay, here we go. First game, Deweys Adventure. Now, I haven't played this yet, but I've heard it's pretty good, so I'm looking forward to playing that. The game has just fallen on the floor, but you can probably just see in the corner of the screen I've got LEDs. I really don't know why this was changed from Elebits. Oh, that's nice. Sorry, got a glass of milk right next to the camera. But yeah, this is actually a pretty little fun little game. I haven't finished it yet. Surprise, surprise. You're going to be hearing that a lot. But you know, I enjoyed what I played, and I think I've just got up to a level. I think it's in the hallway or something like that. And yeah, I just can't get past it. Simple as that. I'll pick up that game that fell on the floor. Bad game. Bad game that fell on the floor. Alright, next. Excite Truck. I'm going to move my glass of milk actually out of the way. It's getting in the way. But there we go. Excite Truck. I actually like this game. It's quite exciting, surprisingly enough. Or unsurprisingly enough, whichever. I haven't finished it yet. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, I love all the stunts you can do, and the insane speed that it goes at and everything, you know. And it's not hard to control at all, you know. I quite like it. That doesn't feel like it's got an instruction manual in it, actually. Yeah, it has done. It has. How about that? Klonoa! Now, I never played the PlayStation original of this, and I saw this in a shop, and it was only, what, 10 quid, so I thought I'd give it a try. And so far, so good, you know, I'm liking it. I've only done the first level so far, but I'll get round to it in time, you know. It's pretty good from what I've played so far. Excuse me. Right. Korodimpa. Now, this game is fucking brilliant. This has to be my favourite Wii game of all time so far. It's simple, yet it's genius. It's got, like, I don't know, it works really well with the Wii remote. And it responds to it really well. You know, you can actually move it like a proper ball and maze. It's brilliant. Got a particularly good soundtrack as well, but I only really play I play the whole game just to one tune. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Star Soldier. It goes. Yeah, I'll stop that now. But yeah, this game is brilliant. You need to hunt it down if you haven't got it already. Well worth it. The House of the Dead Overkill Collector's Edition, which comes with a nifty little comic, which is actually quite, it does say, explicit content, and you know, it's not bullshitting either. It really is quite explicit. It's quite a good laugh to read. The game itself is actually really good. You know, as you would expect from House of the Dead. But like most games, I haven't finished it yet. I really musty. I like to do that thing, like what some people like to do on the arcade machines, to get two guns and just use them both on a single game. It's brilliant. Just get some drinks. Alright, next up. Mad Dog Mccree Gunslinger Pack. Now, I bought this, I think it was for about, I can't remember how much it was now. It was cheap, I know that much, which is a good thing really. I bought this purely because I remember playing it on the old arcade machines, and like, I'm going to use this. I was going to use House of the Dead Overkill as a sort of example of this as well, but with House of the Dead it's a lot more tolerable. But with games like Mad Dog Mccree, you really need to be accurate with your shots, and there are some light gun games on the Wii that they just don't work, because the cursor on the screen, it feels like it feels like you're carrying the cursor and you can't shoot instinctively with it. Or at least that's how I feel anyway. So in most instances, you know, using a light gun is a hell of a lot better. So you can just whip it out, bang, dead. Whereas with the Wii remote, it's because you can't point to it at the screen. You have to point at the sensor bar. The cursor on the screen, it just feels like you're carrying it, and it kind of, I don't know, just kind of puts your reflex speed down a little bit. Well, at least that's what I get anyway. But yeah, but it's not bad. I mean, as for, you know, the first live action shooter on Wii, and most probably the last, it's still alright. You know, you only want to get it for really just for nostalgia reasons only. Let's Tap. Now, I haven't played this yet, as you can see, because it's still sealed. But I did take the liberty of opening the box. You know, and I was wondering, you know, how they were going to fit, like, the little box that you're supposed to rest the remote in. I didn't realise it was, like, box in a box. It was brilliant. I might as well make it known now, but I also have another copy of Let's Tap. This one is sealed, and it's going to stay that way as well. But I bought these two for two reasons. Because this one is sealed, but as you can see, it's pretty much in English. But this one has got 3 different languages on it: Dutch, French, and German. So I'm assuming this is mainly for Europe, and my sealed copy is for the United Kingdom. So I'm going to keep this one sealed, obviously, and I'm going to play the European version. Oh, I forgot something else as well. So when I get around to that, I'll probably let you know. You know, let's play, let's tap. I probably won't do an LP on that one. Well, I'll put it on the side there. Don't want to put it on the floor because my floor's a bit mucky at the minute. Right, one thing I want to say about House of the Dead as well is I also took the liberty of buying the House of the Dead hand cannon. You can see all its glory. I have actually used it, so it's not sealed. Right, let's move the camera quickly. Oh god, I forgot it's connected to the main, so I can't pull it out too far. Yeah, I took the liberty of using this, using it once, but I didn't really get. It wasn't really too comfortable for me because I was holding it with one hand, and the pistol attachment in the other hand. Well, this is a pistol attachment as well, but another pistol attachment in one hand, and it was just getting too uncomfortable to hold this, so I put it back in its box, which is a shame really, but at the same time also good because it means that it stays in good condition. Lynx crossbow training. Now this isn't too bad. I wanted to get hold of this without the Wii Zapper because I sort of held a Wii Zapper and I thought this doesn't feel right at all. You know, I prefer to have the nunchaku out of the pistol attachment so I can hold it in my left hand, so I can hold the gun in the other hand, because I generally do shoot with one hand. So yeah, I was quite lucky to find that without it. Sorry. Knight's Journeys of Dreams. Much like anybody else who's played the previous Knights, I couldn't wait for this to come out. And I've got to be honest with you guys, I really do like this. I haven't finished, I can't remember the girl's name. That's a shame really, but the girl equivalent of Claris anyway in this version, yeah. I've finished the boy's dream, but I haven't got around to finishing off the girl's dream yet. But I really like this, you know. I have played the original Knights on the Saturn, and obviously you guys know that I've got Christmas Knights as well. But, you know, this isn't too dissimilar at all. It's pretty much a case of more of the same, but it's still an enjoyable thing. It's still enjoyable, yeah. I'm not going to criticise it at all. Right. Mad World and Mad World. I got these cheap at Morrison's. I thought they were, what, like $5.99 each, so I thought, why not? I'll spend £12 on the same game, you know, open one up and keep the other one sealed. Why the hell not, eh? Probably won't be worth much if it's still sealed, but you never know. But yeah, I haven't played this yet, but I've heard it's absolutely bonkers insane what you can do with your enemies and stuff, and how you can kill them. Kind of looking forward to playing that. Alright, now here's a game that I'm definitely going to talk about for a while actually. I'm hoping this will probably take us up to the 15-minute limit. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Now, I'm going to talk directly to you guys for a second. This game, as far as I'm concerned, is probably the most important game in the history of video gaming. Right? Those of us who know, cast your mind back to the 1990s, right? Those of us that were growing up at the time. Back then, it was all about Sega and Nintendo. You either followed Mario or you followed Sonic. Me, I was, as you can tell by my channel wallpaper, I was Sega. And I still am, to be honest with you. I was Sega and Sonic all the way through. But that wasn't to say that I didn't like Nintendo and Mario. You know, I was... Hang on. Yeah, I owned a SNES, an N64, Master System, Mega Drive, and Saturn. Well, I didn't own a Saturn until ages afterwards, but you get what I mean. I owned a Dreamcast as well before I got the GameCube. Well, long before I got the GameCube. Anyway, back in the 90s, that's what it was all about. Even if you owned both machines, it was still Sega or Nintendo for you. And the very idea of Mario being on a Sega console or Sonic being on a Nintendo console was laughable, and if anyone even suggested it, they'd probably get their head kicked in. So for a game like this to exist, it brings about the end of an era and the start of something new. I was well excited for this when I first heard about it. You know, Mario and Sonic are going to star in a game. I was like, ooh, what could this be? And I heard that it was going to be for the Olympic Games, and I thought, interesting. They're going down the safe route. Which, to be fair, you know, I give kudos to them, because you know, they could have turned it into an adventure game and really fucked it up. So yeah, I quite like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and it's not easy at all. I'll give them that for nothing. It's not easy. You know, if you want to get first position, you've got to fucking work for it. You know, you can't just go, you got to go, like that. But yeah, I love this game and I am never going to get rid of it. This holds a very special place in my heart for this very reason alone. Mario and Sonic. Oh, it didn't take me too long. But what side were you on when you were growing up in the 90s? Were you Sega or were you Nintendo? Right. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. I'll still never forget that. Well, you guys know what I think of this because I already did my LP of it. I'm glad when I stopped finished drinking this milk because, you know, I've got gaps going on in my video. Mario Kart Wii! Now, I'll admit, this is quite fun to play, but as a lot of people have complained about, it is far too unbalanced, you know. You could be in first position, you're probably on the last stretch, when all of a sudden you just get bombarded by like green shell, red shell, blue shell, lightning strike, power block, an assortment of weapons suddenly come your way and you end up being back in what, 8th, 9th, 10th, and you end up not winning the race, and it really fucks you off to no end. Now I'll admit, this is not my favourite either. I already told you what my favourite is, it's Mario Kart Double Dash. But you know, this is still good. You mean it's online, the online is pretty good. The point system is bollocks though. It's like, I don't know how the score system works. I mean, you finish and you end up like in 4th or something, and you got a race of like 8 players, and you lose about what, 100 points? How the fuck does that work? And somebody who's come beneath you, say about 6th, they lose about 30 points, and they've probably got less points than you have, but still, you shouldn't punish someone that hard just because they're better than others and they've lost. But yeah, Mario Kart Wii, it's not bad, but it's not, you know, the best.